What's going on, FG fam, and welcome to another episode of the New York Knicks franchise MyNBA on NBA 2K21 next-gen consoles. The Knicks have just won the NBA championship. It was a really wild ride throughout the playoffs, but the finals was quite easy against Zion Williamson and his Pelicans. So here's the first of a few sim episodes as we are going to attempt to see what happens in the careers of a lot of the players that are currently in this NBA. A lot of retirements in this first sim season. Kyle O'Quinn, a former Knick. Langston Galloway, another former Knick from long ago. Well, long ago as far as this series is concerned, but not in real life. Make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. For the love of franchise content, it is literally what we do here. And we can build a winner together, as the Knicks will end up with the last pick in the draft. They will also have number 19 via the Cleveland Cavaliers. Knicks making big money trades here, trying to pick up future firsts. And Samuel Gaines on the board at number 10. They are going to go ahead and take him, a center from Arizona State, as we take a look at all of the players that were drafted. A lot of you guys are in this. Samuel Gaines there at number 10, a center, 74 overall, 19 years old only. Obviously, Rigoberto Ramirez Jr. all the way at the top at pick number 1. See how his career unfolds. Going to accept all of the options. Everybody basically who's any good accepts their option as well and will stay with their current teams. Luka Doncic gets MVP this very next season. Derek Levins Jr. for Rookie of the Year. Quite surprised it wasn't Rigo. Sixth Man of the Year is Spencer Dinwiddie. Those of you, that's an inside joke. For those of you on my Twitch, if you're not, there is a link in the description to join on over to the Twitch. JB Bickerstaff, we are running an 80-year simulation, so if you like this video, you would love the 80-year simulation. You can get a player in every single draft class as long as you are present when we are naming players, and we are simming 80 years to see what happens in the NBA. As we continue to look on through the first team, second team, and third team selections, all defensive first team, no real big surprises here. Joshua Banks been a really good player for a really long time, and we'll see how long that continues for him. I know that's one of your user players out there. Joshua Banks has been playing really well throughout the series, and we'll see. Maybe he could be a Hall of Famer at some point. As it is, the Pelicans making it back to the finals, but they lose again, this time to the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young's 33.7 points a game and 13 assists per game. He just had a tremendous finals. So we continue to move on. LeBron James played 20 years in the NBA. He is hanging them up, and it is time for him to move on. So Gary Payton Jr. is also moving on. One of the Antetokounmpo, I can't say Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nope, I'm not even going to do it. One of Giannis's brothers retires. LeBron James has his jersey retired in 3 different states. And here we go. The Knicks, for what pick they have, to pick 26. Nothing really tremendous here, but they will take Roderick Terrell as we continue to look on through the first round of every draft class just to see what was really selected. And at pick number 26, the Knicks get Terrell, who's a 71 at only 18 years old. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. We accept, of course, all the options, continuing to make this team look a little different as time, of course, goes on. We'll continue to show that. Luka wins another MVP the very next year, so Luka just continuing to dominate, averaging a triple-double. Absolutely amazing. Jamal Williams averaging a double-double as a rookie. Trey Jones is the 6th Man of the Year at 17 points a game. There's Giannis as the Defensive Player of the Year. Will Wisebeck, the most improved, 25 points, 11 assists. Coach of the Year is Mike Nori. Executive, Jordan Hobson. I don't even know what team he's on, to be completely honest with you. Joshua Banks moves from third team to first team. Joshua Banks, again, a really good player. And we'll see what ends up happening for his career. Tatum, Alexander, Collins, and Ayton. Third team, Wisebeck, Kyrie, AD, Precious Achiuwa, Bam Adebayo. Wisebeck making it into the third team for the first time. All defensive first team, Giannis and company with James Wiseman. Defensive second team, there's Joshua Banks again. He is all over the place as a great defender and a great scorer in general. Rookies of the year, there's Bishop Doucette. He was coming out of the Euro ranks, and I know he's one of your players as well out there. So there you go. The Mavs win the finals. Luka Doncic finally getting himself a ring, and he gets it with Finals MVP, League MVP, and all the good stuff that comes with that. 29.9 points a game, 12 boards, almost 11 assists, just averaging a triple-double again all throughout the year. They beat the Pacers in 7 games, the 1-seeded Mavericks over the 5-seeded Pacers. And we continue to move. Derrick Rose now retiring after 15 years being a pro. Thaddeus Young, one of my favorite names of all time. Bismack Biyombo, Iman Shumpert, the former Knick. James Ennis, Kelly Olynyk, Seth Curry, Dwayne Dedmon, Shabazz Napier, all those guys retiring as we go right on through into the lottery. Knicks had a shot here, but they end up having to give their pick back because it was, I believe, a top 5 pick. So they had to give it back. They had pick 27 and 29 in this draft. So what could they really do to move around? They're going to trade 27, 29, and Zach LaVine all away. And that is going to bring in, potentially, could have done Pascal Siakam, could have done some other things with this pick, but why not bring in pick 5 and an unprotected pick in the future? So with pick 5, Lopez, the 17-year-old small forward to replace Zach LaVine. He's a 76 overall. I think that's a pretty good replacement for Zach LaVine, to be honest with you. LaVine did help lead us to a finals win, but he hasn't done anything since, so it is time to move on from him and see what we could do. Trae Young now becoming the new big-ticket signing for this Knicks team. We got to get rid of Tyler Brooks. We want to keep Carter Galt around, quite obviously, but I don't know if it's actually going to be possible. It's tough fitting everything under the cap. Yamaruk Ofaraja wanted to come to the squad, but he accepted his matching with the Pacers. Ja Morant wins MVP. Mao Chung Lee wins Rookie of the Year for the Blazers. Sixth man is again Trey Jones. Giannis, again Defensive Player of the Year. Juice Manley is the most improved player. Look at this. 25 points per game. Almost 5 boards, almost 5 assists. Over a steal a game. JB Bickerstaff gets Coach of the Year, and Lance Alford Executive of the Year. So looking at the awards, Joshua Banks on that first team with the MVP Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, and all them. Luka falls to the second team this year, but he is getting a little old. Will Wisebeck still on the All-NBA third team, still a solid player there. All-defensive first team, Joshua Banks is there. Another user, Benji Jasper, is there. So there you go. As we continue on, Okongwu, Tatum, Murray, all on that defensive second team. Rookie first team, Mao Chung Lee, Paolo Mancini. There's our boy Ramon Lopez of the Knicks. He makes it the list as well. Second team only has 4 rookies on it. The Pacers make the finals again, and they will lose again. The Minnesota Timberwolves and Anthony Edwards with MVP, 33 points per game. In the NBA Finals, they win it in 6. We got knocked out in the conference semifinals as DeMarcus Cousins, Enes Kanter, the former Knick, will be retiring. Caldwell Pope, Cauley Stein, a lot of guys retiring on this list. If you see somebody who was a user player that maybe was you throughout these simulations, just let me know in the comments. Blake Griffin and Kevin Durant get their numbers retired and all that good stuff. And we have no shot at anything in the lottery, but we do have the 17th pick thanks to the Toronto Raptors and the 26th pick, which is our own. Now, if we can make some trades, we will. We're going to trade them both away to the Hornets for future picks. and just kind of run through what was in this draft. Wasn't one of the best drafts in the world, but it also wasn't one of the worst. That Weaver pick, hell of a value pick for the Sixers, near pick 19 or something that was. We are going to go ahead and accept, of course, our options. Some big declines up there as well. We are qualifying Juice Manley. We cannot let him leave. He will never leave this team. He is my favorite player of the series. Who is your favorite player of the series? Let me know in that comment section. Jazz get a trade. We trade them Obi Toppin. We're also trading Jalen Brunson away for some future firsts. This is what the team is looking like going into this season. We picked up Onyeka Okongwu and Kaliko still on the team. Joshua Banks wins MVP in the season. Pretty close to a triple-double, honestly. Just needed to average about 3.1 more rebounds. Sixth man of the year, Jamal Curry. There's Giannis again with another DPOY. Most improved is Allen Stevens. Stan Van Gundy wins Coach of the Year, and Lance Alford Executive of the Year again. We continue moving on. Joshua Banks, Will Wisebeck, both making it to the NBA first team this season. Second team, Trae Young gets in there with Okongwu, so the Knicks with 2 second-team All-NBA players on it. Third team, Luka drops all the way to the third team. He's now with the Portland Trailblazers, along with Rigoberto Ramirez. So very interesting team there are the Blazers, as long as they can stay healthy. Okongwu on the second team defense. And for the all-rookie team, well, there's not going to be any Knicks because we didn't draft anybody. So moving on, the Sixers win the NBA Finals. We were a 7 seed, got knocked out in the first round against the Celtics. But the Philadelphia 76ers, hey, trust the process, it finally works, as Tyrese Maxey, 24 points a game, over 10 assists a game in the NBA Finals. He is your final MVP. Tyrese Maxey might have taken a little while for him to work out, but he worked out just fine for Philadelphia. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Stephen Curry all retiring. DeMar DeRozan as well. Paul George, MKG retiring. Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler. A lot of huge names that a lot of you folks might be growing up with at the present time, all retiring in this series right now. Chris Boucher, Taurean Prince, Dragan Bender, all these guys are retiring. Harden, Curry, and Westbrook making it to the NBA Hall of Fame. They all get their jerseys retired, as well as Klay Thompson, who played for the Warriors for 16 years. So skipping forward in the lottery, the Knicks get the 6th pick from the Utah Jazz. They also get number 16 from OKC. So that's cool to see. We are going to now trade away Onyeka Okongwu with a first. We're going to get the number 2 pick in the draft, and CJ Price is the number 2 projected player. He's also supposedly an A potential player. He's 19 years old. Why not bring him to the squad? So there we go. That's our new small forward. Price is a 74 at 19 years old. Not too bad. We also took Vic Vincent, the 73 overall at 22 years old. But he will just end up being basically a bench player, a backup for a while as we evaluate our guards, of course. Signing everybody, we're going to qualify Bobby Johnson and Samuel Gaines. So this is what the team is looking like as of now. Not too great at power forward. We, of course, filled that in with somebody on the minimum contract. Louis House for Rookie of the Year. TJ King for 6th Man of the Year. You saw John Morant with another MVP. MVPs tend to run together, for guys that win it multiple years in a row. Giannis with another Defensive Player of the Year. Micah Nori, this guy just keeps winning Coach of the Year. Matthew Ash with your Executive of the Year. So there's Ja, the MVP. RJ Barrett is a first-team All-NBA this year. Rigoberto Ramirez gets a first-team All-NBA. Samuel Gaines gets All-NBA second team. Luka moves back up to the second team. Will Wisebeck on the second team as well. Third team All-NBA. Kira Lewis, the former Knick and current Pelican, is up there. All-defensive first team, Ben Simmons, Joshua Banks, Giannis, Jonathan Isaac, Benji Jasper's up there. Second team, look at Dante DiVincenzo. He has got to be quite the veteran as of now. We get 2 all-rookie first-teamers in Vic Vincent and CJ Price. Needed to use those guys, obviously, because roster just getting a little bit thin. And then we're going to show this one off It is a Game 7 against the Orlando Magic in Orlando for the Knicks to have an opportunity to move ahead. Look at Vic Vincent with 1.8. He hits a big-time three. And Cole Anthony, a full-court shot to win Game 7 for the Orlando Magic. Could you imagine if that ever happened in real life? If a team was tied with 1 second and had a full court shot to win a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs, Trae Young a little bit pissed off, walking off the court, and we lose to the Magic in the second round. Ja Morant ends up being another player in this episode to get Finals MVP and League MVP. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content. That is literally all we do here. Again, check out my Twitch and Discord in the description below. Thank you guys for joining me, and we will see you on the next one.